Where's that treasure hiding? Got busted once before. Can't let this loot slip away this time. Aha! At last, the treasure is mine. I am the ultimate thief in the world. Suddenly, the light turns on, and my biggest fear is realized.
Not so fast! Evil never triumphs over justice. Superboy won't let you get away with this. Hand over that treasure. Grr, watch this. You lost again. Some super thief you are.
Fine, whatever. I'm just so tired.
Iris, come to my office.
What now? Hopefully it's a pay raise for all this dedication.
You just gave me a crazy idea, but maybe it's brilliant. Be a spy for my organization.
What? Oh, my bad. What did you say?
I want to train you to become a spy.
Hey, I'm Iris. A spy who shouldn't reveal her real name, right? I've got tons of spy stories to tell, so remember to like and subscribe while watching. My dad was a top spy at the NSA. He was highly valued for his skills. To me, he was always the coolest person in the world. Dad, teach me to be a spy like you. What do I need to prepare?
A pure heart to get ready for bed, sweetheart. Focus on school first.
I knew it. Dad didn't want me to follow in his footsteps, fearing the dangers. Then, when I was 11, Dad was lost on a mission. No more thrilling spy stories. No more scolding for staying up late playing online spy games. No one to protect me. I had to stand on my own 2 feet. Many times, I tried to get into spy training schools, but failed the tests. It's not easy, but no worries. I'll keep working as a babysitter while waiting for my chance to pursue this dream. And voila! Can you believe it? Finally, the day came when I was trained to become a spy.
Harder, even harder.
Not as easy as I thought. I've never done so much physical training in a single day. Besides physical strength, a spy also needs intelligence, phenomenal memory, and sharp senses. None of those describe me.
The password is 202311.
203... what?
202311.
20331... missing a number?
I said 202311! Today's mission, install a bug. Hurry up.
Just a few seconds and... done! Getting better at this. Who am I kidding? Hello. I'd like to order 1 pasta and a Hawaiian pizza without pineapple, please. Jesus, my mom's Italian and she finds it offensive. Make it a large, by the way. Oh, those eggs from there aren't good at all. Just go to the supermarket with me. Are you coming home soon? This is terrible. I feel a storm brewing. I'm sorry.
Where did you place the listening device?
The landline phone on the first floor.
That's it? Not the landline phone in the Target's office?
Oh, yes, but I think I forgot to activate it.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh, why are there so many steps to remember? Okay, let's try another mission that requires more physical strength. Maybe I'll do better.
Remember, the target is a woman with black hair weighing...
All right, I've subdued the target. Now to take her to gather information. But wait, something seems off. Oh no!
Can you actually do anything right?
I sincerely apologize. I didn't expect that situation.
Iris, this is your last chance. Mr. Stones, a notorious billionaire involved in multiple frauds and counterfeit deals. Your mission? Collect all possible evidence against him.
Well, this sounds serious.
His only daughter is Allie, 7 years old, with developmental delays. You know what to do. If you fail again, don't even think about coming back here.
Yes, sir. You all heard it. My last chance. This is so draining, but I can't give up. I must make my dad proud. So I got myself inside the billionaire's mansion, pretending to be Allie's babysitter. Seems like that's the only thing I'm good at so far. Well, gotta look for my chance, right? Iris! to ballet dance? Tough stuff. You know how? I'll teach you. Pro babysitting tip for anyone who needs one. Just play along with whatever the kiddos want. 2 steps up high, 2 steps down low, twirl and bow. Easy, right? 2 steps up high, 2 steps down low, twirl and bow. Wow, can I ballet now? Little Allie repeats this ballet thing like 15 times a day. Jeez, I'm turning into a swan here.
She's got some developmental delays, so she doesn't have many friends. She only talks to me. Glad she has you now.
She's a sweetheart. A bit tired of the ballet stuff, but hey, if it makes her happy, no biggie.
Thanks, Iris.
Oh, that's Daniel, Mr. Stone's assistant. He's insanely hot. Or is it just me not having the time to notice guys before? Turns out Daniel's pretty warm and kind too. I'd totally crush on him if he wasn't in cahoots with a billionaire. Alright, back to my main mission.
Absolutely no entry to this room.
Tell me not to, and I'm all the more going to. Snag these keys from Daniel's coat. If there's something shady here, Daniel's gotta be involved. Only him and Mr. Stones can access this place. Weird. None of these keys work. Did I grab the wrong ones? Ugh, this could take forever. Huh? What was that? Wait a minute. Is it this way? Great. Very creative, Mr. Billionaire. Now the problem is, what's the code? Not the house number. Mr. Stone's birthday? Nope. Oh no, footsteps on the stairs. And then I realize I left the keys outside the room. Dang it, now what? Daniel spots the keys. Instead of telling Mr. Stones, he quickly picks them up. Shoot, did he just catch me? Crap, I lost focus. Back in Allie's room, feeling like I'm burning up. Daniel saw me. Are they plotting something in there? Like, let's off Iris tonight. Did I mess up again?
Dinner's ready.
Great, this is probably my last meal. Huh? What's that? Daniel's wearing a hidden listening device?
Here you go.
What's this? Salad? All green? They should have offed me with something more appealing.
Iris, you know the best way to enjoy a salad? I like eating each ingredient one by one. Carrots, potatoes, sausages, and tomatoes. Then the rest. Try it.
Never heard of that before.
Hold up. Something's off here. My bowl doesn't have any potatoes or sausages. Carrots, potatoes, sausages, tomatoes. 1001. 1001! That's it! He's giving me the code. Daniel's helping me. But why not just write it down or something? Overly complicated much, Daniel? 1001. Done! At first glance, this just looks like a regular office. Where could the evidence of the crime be hidden? Whoa, why are they showing up at midnight?
I wonder if those jerks have sniffed out anything about our shipment yet. We need to update the figures.
You can do it in the morning, sir. It's late now. You should rest.
What's this? Why is my water glass moved? Who's been in here?
It was me, sir.
When did you come in without me knowing? What were you doing?
I received information about a leak in our shipment, so I took the initiative to check. I'm sorry for not informing you sooner.
Mr. Stone still seems doubtful. Man, I'm scared they'll hear my heart pounding. Thank God Daniel finally persuades the tycoon to leave. But before I could catch a breath... Ah! Am I still alive? Where am I? Oh my God. This is it! The basement storing the dirty money for Mr. Stone's smuggling! Iris, you did it! Now with the evidence, I need to find a way out of this basement as soon as possible. This way, maybe? Oh, not fun. How do they usually get past this? Acrobatics? But I suck at that. Hold on. Wait. 2 high steps. 2 low steps. Spin and bow. I made it! Awesome! Turns out that ballet move wasn't pointless. Allie is a genius. And that's the price for celebrating too soon. Jeez, why does it smell so funky in here? Who knew such a clever hideout was here? Can't waste any more time. I immediately contact the agency. Just in case I can't get out, that bad guy won't escape his crime. Oh no, only one option left. Jumping out of the second floor window. Come on, Iris. Can you be careful for once? Ugh.
Run, Iris!
I can handle one. Hey, but why are you helping me?
That old man just wanted to use me as his crime tool. I've been waiting for this day. You're a pretty cool spy, you know?
Before we could recover from the landing, Mr. Stones is already there to greet us.
Where do you think you're escaping to?
Ah, time to use my trump card. Don't kid yourself. I might be a bit clumsy, but I'm still trained well enough to be a spy. The boss and the police arrive just in time. Mr. Stones is caught, along with irrefutable evidence. Don't worry, I still remember the secret room's code is 1001. Sadly, Daniel also got implicated, but he promised to cooperate fully with the police, and thanks to that, his sentence might be reduced. Allie, sweet girl, do you want to come with me? Can, spy do ballet too? Oh, absolutely! There might be a mission only you can do.
Slow down. Easy. Don't trip.
Ta-da! What do you think? It's amazing, right? Are you messing with me, Dad? A freaking Barbie toy house? Yeah. Didn't you always want one? Yeah, I kept begging for a Barbie dream house. Jesus Christ, I meant a real house, not a toy.
Wait, what? Aura?
I'm talking about a full-on Barbie-style house with an elevator and a slide all in pink. Ugh, this is so frustrating. So, what about this one? Seeing that tiny toy house just pissed me off even more. If I wanted it, I could buy it myself. Who needs to beg Dad for that? A toy house? No way. I smashed that house right in front of him. It's high time he built his Barbie princess a real one. Or he could just buy it. Whatever works. Okay, y'all might hate me for being such a diva, but listen to my story. You'll get why. My little Barbie, don't be sad. Mommy will find a way to make Daddy see sense. Hey there, I'm Aura, but you could call me the real-life Barbie. Anything I want, my millionaire parents can get for me, even if it means plucking stars from the sky. And I ain't kidding. From when I was little, I was showered with all Barbie things because my mom loved the brand. She promised to turn me into a Barbie princess, and voila! Here I am. Today, I've got a whole Barbie-themed day planned. Come with me. First stop, the beauty salon for a VIP Barbie treatment. Ugh, pure bliss. I overhear the staff whispering about a hottie walking down the street. I've been on the lookout for my Ken for ages, but it feels like forever. Back home, I overhear my parents talking. The mood is kinda tense. You should have known what our girl wanted. She doesn't need a toy house.
You spoil her rotten. That's why she's so entitled.
What's the big deal in buying a new house?
It's not that simple. What if she wants a whole palace next?
Duh, we can build one for her.
I can't believe it. When I was 16, I worked extra shifts at the community center just to save up for a rental.
Just then, the doorbell rings. Oh, my order! I open the door, grab the box, and totally forget to say thanks. But hey, who cares?
Aura! Don't tell me you bought another pair of shoes. Your room's like a shoe store already.
No, I don't have this brand yet. They're the latest trend, Dad.
Do you realize some kids out there have just one pair? Do you see? Do you feel any regret?
Chill, Dad. We're loaded. My parents exchanged glances. Some kind of silent talk going on there.
We're wealthy because we work damn hard for what we have.
Your dad said at 16 he worked extra because he earned so little, and we're proud of that. How tough can working there be?
You wouldn't last a week. You're so pampered, Aura. So disappointing.
Ugh! Watch me. If I volunteer at the local daycare for a week, I get my Barbie house. Deal?
Actually, not a bad idea.
All right, it's a bet. So I decided to hit the local daycare the next day. All I have to do is serve food, clean up, and play with the kiddos. Piece of cake. The next day, my chauffeur drops me at the daycare. I talk big, but man, I was kinda nervous. I'm so used to being waited on, and now I'm the one doing the serving. But I need that Barbie house, so gotta hustle. As I walk in, all the kids stare. What? Never seen a queen before? I approach the counter to introduce myself to the dude there. His name's Justin. Suddenly, the kids rush me. It's Barbie! Princess Barbie! They're kinda cute, to be honest. But a kid grabs my dress and rips it. My favorite dress! Ruined! Before I can explode, Justin steps in.
Lunchtime's coming up. Let me show you the kitchen.
I obediently followed him. But spoiler alert, things didn't go super smooth after that.
Ow! Hot! Too hot! Dude, you gotta be more careful.
Justin shot me a look before leading the kid back to his seat. Gosh, who knew this gig would be so tough? I thought it'd be as straightforward as bowling. Justin then nudged me over to the bread distribution area. Let me guess, your parents made you work here too, right?
Nah, I've been volunteering here for a few years.
Volunteering? That's odd. Who works for free anyway? Lunch was over and all the kids had hit the hay. So I snuck a peek at my phone to scope out some new shoes.
Not grabbing lunch? There's still some soup left.
Ew! I'm not touching that. I'll whip up something myself. That's right, folks. Your girl said she'd cook. I trailed Justin back into the kitchen, and bam! Hundreds of dirty trays were there. Can you get someone to clean this up? I need to make lunch here.
Nah, we're cleaning this up ourselves.
Huh? I've never washed dishes and have no clue how to.
Here, suit up. I'll guide you.
No other choice, right? So after adjusting the apron, I headed to the sink. I picked up a spoon and, oh snap, I'm drenched. Was there a tsunami or what?
You're such a dork.
Then Justin wipes my face with a cloth. Man, he's kinda cute and caring. We tidied up the mess, and an hour later, we were done.
All done. What are you feeling for lunch?
I think I'll make some spaghetti.
You sure you can? Handle that yourself?
His words hit my pride like a wrecking ball. I puffed up and shouted in his face. Heck yes, I'm not a baby.
Yeah, even little Minnie here can make spaghetti.
He walked away. Okay, boil water, drop the pasta, and wait. Easy peasy. But while waiting, I got distracted shopping on my phone. The pot tipped and water splashed everywhere. Oh shoot, fire! Panicking, I grabbed the nearest liquid to douse the flames. I found a can, heaved it up, and splashed its contents onto the fire. But the flames roared even more. What the hell? Ah! Justin rushed over, finding me shell-shocked on the floor.
You idiot! That's motor oil! Why'd you pour oil on fire?
I don't know. I'm sorry. He quickly used the fire extinguisher, but the damage was done. A chunk of the kitchen was burned.
Listen, you're here to help these kids, but you're dressed like a princess. What are you trying to prove? If you're here just because your parents made you, then just leave.
I felt like every eye was on me, like a kid getting scolded. I was hurt, but I couldn't argue back. Justin was right. I was useless. A tiny tap on my shoulder. Hi, Barbie. Eat this. Thank you, sweetie. I'm Minnie.
Minnie, why are you here?
I couldn't look Justin in the eye after my disaster. How could I stay after that? My shoe broke again, Justin. It looks like a hungry crocodile.
Cute, huh? But we've got to fix it. Use this tape till I can glue it.
Okay. Why did I feel so embarrassed?
Aura.
I jumped when Justin called my name.
I'm sorry for lashing out. I'm sorry, okay?
It's cool. You were right.
Want to make amends?
Of course I did.
Come early tomorrow. Let's throw Minnie a birthday party.
That night, I ordered Minnie some cool sneakers as a birthday gift. first time a pair of shoes felt so meaningful. And I couldn't stop thinking about Justin and his words. Not like Ken's sweet-talking Barbie, but why did I miss him? I barely know him. Surely I wasn't crushing. I didn't even know what this feeling was. The next day, we decorated the house for Minnie's birthday. Flowers, gifts, and cake. Simple stuff, but Minnie's eyes sparkled with joy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Minnie blew out the candles.
Make a wish?
What did you wish for? Let me guess. Toys? Mm-mm. New clothes? No. I wished for everyone here to live in a prettier house. Ooh. Pink would be awesome. She didn't wish for herself. Post-party, Justin suggested we get Minnie a Barbie house.
We can't build a real house, but let's make a toy one. She'd love it.
Man, I once trashed a Barbie house my dad gifted me. This is the best gift ever! Thank you! Suddenly, she cried. I thought it was from happiness, but it wasn't. I miss my dad so much. He promised me a Barbie dream house, but he's not coming back. They say he's in this faraway place called heaven. And that was the moment I knew what I had to do. Family's the real prize, right? That day, the first thing I did when I got home was hug my dad tight. Whoa there, looks like our princess got a whiff of that new home smell today. What's that now? To my surprise, Dad dangled some keys in front of me.
A deal's a deal. We're so proud you wrapped up your week at the kids' camp.
Right, a week had flown by. I couldn't believe how fast time went.
Well, what do you think?
It's awesome! I totally love it! Sweetie, you don't seem all that jazzed. It's not that. I'm just, can we, gift this house to the kids at the camp?
Gift it? But isn't this the dream house you've always wanted?
No, Dad. I think this gift would mean a lot more if we gave it to those who really need it. That's our girl, huh? It was truly a stunning 3-story pink house, complete with a slide and a swimming pool. This is freaking amazing, Barbie!
Aura, I'm so grateful for what you're doing for these kids. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much! Our family will forever be in your debt! I grinned at the woman. This was the first time I'd felt this kind of happiness. OMG! Run! The royal soldiers are coming! Axel grabbed my hand and we bolted. The pounding of horse hooves got closer. Panic spread through the marketplace.
Round them all up. Search the whole ship. These pirates stole treasures from the royal ship.
I command you to stop!
Little miss, who gave you the right to talk here?
We were dragged away, one by one, as the villagers pleaded for us. I snapped awake as the maid pulled back the curtains. Princess, your etiquette class starts in 20 minutes. Ugh, I wanted to wake up to birds chirping and waves crashing, not some maid nagging about school time.
Is the princess up yet?
Okay, I'm up. Jeez. Groggily, I got out of bed, slipped into my slippers, and headed for the bathroom. Hey there, I'm Elizabeth, a princess from a small European country. Everyone thinks being a princess is all fun and games, but trust me, it's not. Before we go on, like and subscribe, okay? Join me for my boring etiquette class today. To be honest, I've done this class a few times already. 1, 2, 3, ugh!
Keep your back straight, Elizabeth, or that crown will fall.
I was born a princess, not to be a model.
Rules are rules, young lady. Behave.
Trying so hard and still disappointing Dad and the instructor? I'm so done with this. I wish I could turn into a seagull and just fly away. Whenever I ask Dad about the outside world, I always get the same reply.
It's dangerous out there. You're safe here.
The vast sea and its crashing waves, pure freedom. I've always loved reading sea adventures and dreamed of sailing.
This is not suitable for a princess. If you don't listen, I'll ban you from the royal library.
I've reached my boiling point. That's it. I decided to run away from this nonsense. That night, I planned my escape while everyone was asleep, but luck wasn't on my side. Caught right away. But I didn't give up. Over the next few days, I worked on another epic escape plan. Yep, I stole it from the storage room. Tonight, I'm ghosting out of here right under their noses. All right, it's go time. Gonna do this, then that. Darn, it's so heavy. I took a deep breath, prepping to sneak out. The hallway was clear, perfect as I planned out. But as I took a step, OMG, just my luck. I must have stole some old rusty armor from my great-grandpa's era. Whatever. I'd pick it up and just go. Slowly, super slowly. Oops. Then I heard footsteps. Gotta move before I get busted. Dad would ground me for life.
Hey, where's your post? The princess. You need to guard her room super tightly. Wait, why are you so short? Are the royal guards recruiting hobbits now or what?
The king needs more guards. Get going now.
He ran off. Phew, that was close. I made it to the palace gates. I just say the princess ordered me out and I'm good. Easy game. I grabbed my bag and made a beeline for the harbor. No plan yet, but I'll figure it out. The harbor was bustling. Oh no, the ship's about to leave. Gotta hurry. Oh!
My bad, sorry.
It's cool, just in a rush.
Huh?
I dashed to the ship, but when buying a ticket, I realized this wasn't my bag. What the heck? Oh, great. What now? Think. Suddenly, I saw some folks struggling with heavy chests. All right, next plan would be hide in here till the ship's about to dock, then make an exit. Perfect. But my joy was short-lived. The ship began shaking violently. Water rushed in. What's happening? OMG, it's sinking! The waves tossed me around. Help me!
Dad, someone's over there. We need to get closer.
As my strength faded, I felt myself being pulled out of the water. Everything blurred and I couldn't see my savior. Then everything went black. I slowly opened my eyes.
Mom! Dad! She's awake!
Pirates? Hey, who are you all? Guard! Guard! To their surprise, I figured maybe they weren't that bad, considering they did save me after all.
Hey there, I'm Axel.
Huh? What? I recognized him. He's the dude who took my bag, but claimed some other guy swiped it.
So where's my bag?
Clearly, it's somewhere at the bottom of the ocean with that chest. Guess we're square then. After donning some rad pirate clothes, I dashed to the bow to take in the beauty of the sea, but a massive wave rolled in and made me super queasy.
Hey, you good?
Nope, definitely not. My head's spinning and my stomach's churning. I think I'm gonna... Bleh.
Oh no. Dad, seasickness alert!
I apologize.
We should turn the ship around and take the young lady back to land.
His words snapped me back to reality. Even though I was still dizzy, I knew why I left and wasn't about to head back. I'm fine. Let me stay. I can, clean and tutor Axel.
You can read and write?
Duh! The king himself taught me math.
What?
Look, 550 divided by 2 is 275, not 250, you dope.
Oh snap, you're right.
Phew, almost blew my cover there. The pile of rigid knowledge from my father helped me out. I can't let them know I'm royalty. Gotta keep this a secret. From then on, I stayed with Axel's family on their pirate ship. Sometimes I wonder if my father's out looking for me. But whatever. Freedom's sweet here. Even if I can't stomach their canned meat, things are good. Axel taught me how to fish for the yummy grilled dish that magically filled my hungry stomach. Man, I thought I was gonna starve.
If my dad finds out I made a fire on the ship, He'd kill me.
Why's that?
What are you two up to? Nothing, sir. You two, put that fire out before it catches the fishing nets.
The moonlight reflected beautifully on the shimmering waters.
Come here. I'll teach you how to steer.
Really? I'm not sure I can.
No worries. Been doing this since I was 5.
I'll give it a shot. The moment I grabbed the wheel, it felt like I had the entire ocean in my grasp. I'd never forget this moment. I gotta go to sleep. See you tomorrow, I said, running off, leaving a confused Axel behind, trying to hide my tomato red face. Next morning, I spotted Axel and his dad lugging a finely crafted chest. It looked a lot like the royal ones. Did you get these from the royal ship?
Yep, but Dad says it's not stealing in the bad sense.
Stealing is wrong. Can't believe you guys do this.
Chill, Elizabeth. Let me show you.
I was mad until we docked at a small island. The islanders rushed to greet us. Turned out, Axel's family redistributed stolen goods from the corrupt royals to the needy islanders. Thank you, miss. We're so grateful. Dad always taught me to care for our people, and here I was doing it, but differently. Suddenly, there was commotion, and the sound of galloping horses got closer.
Run, Elizabeth! Royal guards!
In the chaos, I lost grip of Axel's hand. Axel, where are you? Just then, a royal guard planted a spear right before me.
Seize them all, filthy thieves!
I command you to stop.
Yo, you sly dogs! Took me a hell of a time to trap you all.
Both me and Axel's fam were caught and taken to the palace. As we stepped in, everyone recognized me as the princess. Axel's fam was shook. Axel, dude was so stunned he couldn't even speak. The king was stoked, but against what I expected. He ordered Axel's entire family to be jailed.
These people kidnapped the princess and committed royal theft. Lock them up till their trial.
What? No, it wasn't like that. Despite my pleas, Dad just wouldn't hear me out. I knew he had been itching to nab these pirates for a while, and the princess kidnapping thing was just an excuse to stack charges. All I could do was visit and feed Axel's family daily. I felt guilty. Was it my fault they got nabbed? I sent up a prayer to the vast sea, begging for a sign to help him out. Please. Then I heard this crazy noise. It wasn't from the palace, but from the far horizon. I squinted, seeing dark specks appearing in the sky, growing bigger and bigger. Oh my god! A swarm of seagulls was flying in! This was weird. They were flying against the current. Meanwhile, in the cells, Axel's family sensed the odd vibes too. When he saw me, he jumped up, face all panicky.
The tide's receding super fast, right, Elizabeth? See those bubbles on the water surface? Like it's boiling or something.
After my firm nod and the weird seagull behavior, Axel's dad's face spelled terror.
I smell this foul stench, and it's getting hotter.
What's happening? Tell me!
I've heard of a devastating tsunami from thousands of years ago. Wiped out an entire country. The ocean's warning us. We need to act fast!
I quickly informed my dad, but he brushed it off thinking the pirates were spinning tales. That night, the rain poured like crazy. I sneaked into the royal library to find that ancient book. Found it! The historic records of the tsunami. I hurriedly showed it to my father. His hands trembled and his eyes widened in horror.
We'll be safe if we stay put. Outside, it's dangerous.
No, we're doomed if we just stay here. Without waiting for my dad, I dashed out, alerting everyone of the looming disaster. Axel's family was released to help evacuate the citizens.
Everyone, follow me!
Luckily, Axel's family could read the winds, leading us to higher ground. Massive waves crashed just as we reached safety. Mother Nature was furious, tearing apart homes, even the sturdy palace gates. The king approached Axel's family, bowing in gratitude.
On behalf of our nation, I thank you all.
Then he turned to me.
My daughter, I'm proud of how you protected our people.
He decided to reward Axel with a royal commander position, but he turned it down.
You know, I just want to be free with the sea.
I looked at Axel, his face glowing in the sunset's embrace. I'll strive to be a good princess, looking out for my people.
We'll cross paths, someday, for sure.
I pinky swore to Axel before he and his fam boarded their ship ready to sail. The king entrusted them with supplies for distant islanders. Y'all looking forward to our reunion? As for me, I know that no matter the distance, Axel's always there, in my heart. I snapped awake in the middle of the night to find my window wide open, the storm outside raging like mad. OMG! Suddenly, I heard a weird noise from downstairs. Is there a burglar? Grabbing my lamp, I tiptoed my way down. The darkness had me squinting to see clearly. Gosh, I knew who was behind this. Lucas! Hearing me, Lucas peeked out.
Mom, sorry. I was a bit hungry, so...
And that's my son, 5-year-old Lucas. And me, I'm Maeve, 22. Yep, that means I had this munchkin when I was 17. While my peers were in school, hanging out and partying, I was already a single mom. Don't forget to subscribe to MDA to keep hearing my roller coaster life story. Not long after my parents divorced, my mom remarried another guy. But then, he left her while she was pregnant with their child. Still, my mom was a warrior, always upbeat, promising me that we'd always be a happy family. Once the baby's born, we'll move to a bigger house. Then I'll personally decorate the baby's room. But when I saw her face turn pale, my heart raced. Mom, what's happening? Seems the baby is really excited about your plans, my sweet girl. I'll love and protect this baby no matter what happens. Soon, Mom gave birth to an adorable boy, Lucas. Chubby-cheeked, fair, rosy, and so cute. After welcoming my baby bro, I rushed to the surgery room eager to see Mom. But the doctor stopped me, and his words crushed me. Mom faced life-threatening complications during childbirth and couldn't make it. We'll still be a happy family, right, my love? No! How can I live without you, Mom? I woke up in a jolt. It was all a dream. Lucas was wailing. Holding him close, I tried to calm him down. He opened his eyes, showing those eyes identical to Mom. Lucas only has me now. I want him to have everything in this world, so I strive to be his second mom. Though it's tough, I learned to mother. We moved to a smaller house in a different city. I knew I had to continue my studies, work part-time, and care for Lucas at the same time. Taking care of a kid isn't a walk in the park, you know. Everything about it just drained me. Lucas's cries had me up all night, more nights than I can count. I couldn't even catch a break to do my homework. Got used to making bottles, changing diapers, and all that jazz. Lucas is super sensitive. He'd throw a fit every time he was not in my arms. Had no other choice but to bring him to school with me.
Isn't she, like, way too young to have a kid?
Bet she was messing around.
Come on, don't be so harsh. There must be a reason. Most of the other students at school were mixed. Some felt bad for me, while others totally bashed and teased me. One night, Lucas cried his heart out and there was no calming him down. My homework was piling up, and if I didn't finish, I'd flunk for sure. Drained and feeling helpless, I broke down. Hearing Lucas's cries, Mrs. Smith from next door came to check up on us. Finding out our situation, she offered to help watch Lucas. Lucas is such a cutie, right, dear?
Let us watch the little guy. We're totally down if you want.
Lucas slept peacefully in Mrs. Smith's arms. They really are kind souls. With their help, I took on more side gigs. The money Mom left was running out, and life had to go on, right? Outside of school hours, I found part-time jobs like retail or waiting tables. Anything to make sure Lucas wouldn't go hungry. Time flew, and Lucas was now a 5-year-old. Growing up smart and super hyper.
Mom, look!
One weekend, I took Lucas to the mall for some fun.
Mom, I want ice cream. It's like super cool.
All right, one chill ice cream for the best behaved little boy.
I'm the best, the very best.
But while lining up for ice cream, I lost sight of Lucas. Oh my God, Lucas! I dashed around the mall, mistakenly grabbing other kids, When I was about to lose it, I spotted a familiar face. Lucas was with a young stranger. Lucas!
Mommy! Mommy!
Who are you? Why'd you take him? What do you want? You trying to kidnap my son? I'm calling the cops.
You don't have to. They're right here.
Before I could process, a bunch of guys in black suits showed up.
Sir, we've dispatched teams to find the boy's parents. We're about to announce on the PA. No need. Found them.
I'm so sorry.
It's cool. Your kid's adorable. But remember, no following strangers. Okay, kid?
Got it, Uncle Andy. Bye-bye.
The guy, Andy, and his crew left just as quickly as they appeared. It was just me and Lucas left staring. I turned to him and asked, "Why did you follow Andy?"
'Cause he smelled like vanilla ice cream. Super yummy.
I chuckled, ruffling Lucas's hair. Such a sweet kid. You remember what he said? No following strangers.
Yes, Mom.
I'm gonna enroll Lucas in school in September. That means I gotta find a new job that pays better. Now that I've graduated, I could easily get a receptionist gig at a fancy hotel downtown. One day, I had to work late and had no choice but to bring Lucas to the hotel with me. I had him chill on the sofa opposite the front desk so I could keep an eye on him. Finally off the clock! Lucas got up and walked over, still clutching the pastry I got him earlier. Oh my god! Do you know these Gucci's are limited edition, kiddo?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
As fast as lightning, I darted over to defend my little guy. All I could do was bow in apology. What were we gonna do? If you're taking blame for the rugrat, that's fine, but you owe me a new pair of shoes. Her words hit me like a punch. There's no way I could afford those Gucci's in a million years. I'm just an employee. Whatever. I'm feeling generous. Don't pay me back, but at least wipe them down with your blouse. I'll do it, ma'am, but maybe you could be a little more... What? You trying to blame this on me? But before she could land another blow, a familiar voice chimed in.
Come on, Mrs. Kaminsky. No need to be so dramatic.
Right then, Lucas perked up.
Ah, Uncle Andy.
My little bro ran over to the guy behind me. Talk about fate running into him again. Oh, Andy, it's been so long.
About this mess, I'll handle it with the hotel staff. Hope you can let this slide.
Well...
Maybe you should head home early and prepare for your husband's shareholders meeting tomorrow.
Oops, my bad. Excuse me. She scuttled off. Andy is the son of the CEO of the city's biggest real estate conglomerate, the big shot who owns this hotel and a bunch of malls.
We meet again, Squirt. We must have some kind of cosmic connection.
Watching Lucas get chummy with this rich dude made me feel kinda uneasy. I had decided not to bring Lucas to the hotel anymore, but Andy kept asking about him. He even gave Lucas a pass to his private suite without going through security. As days went by, there seemed to be this invisible bond forming between the three of us. I'd often catch Andy watching me teach Lucas to sing or help him with his spelling. There's something about him that piqued my curiosity. One day, Andy offered us a ride home. In the car, I hesitantly asked why he was so fond of Lucas.
I know about your situation. Being a single mom's no joke.
I hesitated, debating whether to tell him the truth that Lucas was just my little brother.
My mom raised me on her own too. She's overseas now.
Turns out, Andy was brought up by a single mom as well.
I admit, something about you pulls me in. You're strong and brave.
We locked eyes, Andy sparkling with emotion. Could it be that I'm falling for this guy? He's accepted me and Lucas too. I better head in. Thanks for the ride. On this one hectic day right before shift change, after I had taken Lucas up to Andy's room, I noticed the staff was all abuzz about some VIP dropping by soon. A while later, a sleek black car pulled up in front of the hotel, and a posh lady stepped out. She screamed money and had the sophisticated air about her.
Mrs. Everson.
Where's my son?
The young master is in his private room, ma'am.
When the lady passed me, our eyes briefly met. A moment later, Lucas came running down, saying Andy was meeting a lady in his room. That's when I figured out she was his mom. Off you go, kiddo. Let mama work. I held Lucas's hand and steered him towards the sofa. I noticed he was tightly clutching a gold-plated pen that had Andy's name engraved on it. Why do you have Uncle Andy's thing?
He gave it to me, Mom, as a keepsake.
You can't have this, sweetie. Mom will give it back. I knew that pen was worth a fortune, and I couldn't let Lucas keep it. I needed to return it. I asked a colleague to cover the front desk and headed straight to Andy's room. What? The receptionist's son? Huh, I've seen her. Cute and bubbly, right?
You see it too, don't you, Mom?
Sure, but wait. Don't tell me.
She's a single mom raising Lucas on her own. Her strength is what drew me in.
Are you out of your mind? You're not right for each other. Son, how can you not see that she's using the kid to get to you?
Mrs. Arison's words made my blood boil. Did she just suggest I was using Lucas to get close to Andy?
Let's have her choose between you and the little guy. Let's see who she picks.
Without thinking, I pushed the door open and stepped in. Both of them looked shell-shocked seeing me. Here, the pen you gifted my son. I'm sorry, but we can't accept something this expensive. And Lucas is my world. He's not up for debate. Excuse me. Fuming, I spat those words out and stormed off, tears streaming down as I held Lucas's hand. I decided to quit the job that day. Andy tried calling and texting, but I ignored him.
Mommy, please stop crying. I won't see Uncle Andy again, okay? Please don't be sad.
All I could do was pull him into a hug. Lucas, always my innocent boy. Days later, after dropping Lucas at school and getting back home, I saw the same posh lady outside my house. Mrs. Arison? She looked a bit flustered seeing me.
Yes, hello. Can we talk?
I invited her in, wondering why on earth she'd come here. But she started talking first.
I know. Raising a child alone is not easy. I've been there. That's why I get nervous when any girl gets close to my son.
I quit the hotel job, ma'am.
So, what do you plan on doing to support your brother?
Her words caught me off guard.
I apologize for what I did, but I found out everything about you, about Lucas.
Mrs. Arison said, placing a comforting hand on my shoulder. Her eyes held an unspoken understanding.
I've always trusted my son's instincts. It's good that the little guy has chosen a good girl for him.
I broke down, and she held me soothingly. After so long, tirelessly working for Lucas, I had forgotten about my own happiness.
I'm here now. I'll take care of that for you.
In the time that followed, we truly lived the happy family dream, just like my mom wished for.
Sam grabbed my arm and dragged me toward the opposite block and stopped in front of the teacher's lounge. Peering through the glass window, Sam pointed inside. That's him, Mr. Mike, the ultimate god in my heart. Inside, there was a young teacher who was attentively marking the exam. Wow, he was seriously stunning. It was the first time I felt like I got love-struck. I'm Petty, a girl who just transferred to this school. This is Sam, my new best friend. She's funny, pretty, and always enthusiastic. My dad is close with the principal, so when I came here, he asked my homeroom teacher, Miss Lena, to take care of me. She's a good person, and she treats me like a sister. Every morning, I had to avoid the boys' attempts to pursue me. I leaned close to Sam and said, "Hey, is there no one handsome in this school?" Sam winked mischievously at me. "You haven't seen the right person yet. Come on, I'll take you to see him." Sam grabbed my arm and dragged me toward the opposite block and stopped in front of the teacher's lounge. Peering through the glass window, Sam pointed inside. That's him, Mr. Mike, the ultimate god in my heart. Inside, there was a young teacher who was attentively marking the exam. Wow, he was seriously stunning. It was the first time I felt like I got love-struck. Sam giggled and patted my shoulder. Keep it a secret, he's my crush. Sam always found silly ways to approach him. Sometimes she pretended to stumble when he passed by. Other times she pretended not to understand an assignment, then approached him to ask about it. She didn't know that I had a crush on Mr. Mike too, but I had to keep it from her. Otherwise, our friendship would be ruined. And it all started that day when Mr. Mike walked into my class and said charmingly, "As of today, I'll be the class's Spanish teacher. I hope we're going to get along and have a lot of interesting lessons together." Sam was crazy with excitement. She shook my hand with vigor. My own heart also felt like it was going to burst with joy, though I kept a calm face. During class, I was so absorbed in looking at him that I forgot to study. I even purposely left my exam paper blank to be scolded by him. The next day, while I was still daydreaming, he called me to answer a question, but I was so distracted that I had no idea what to say. Mr. Mike suddenly got angry. "You're not serious when studying this subject. Go to the teacher's lounge after class and meet me there." His sudden anger scared me. I had never seen him so angry. When class ended, I anxiously went to the teacher's room. "Sit down, please," Mr. Mike said coldly. "I know you purposely left your exam blank and didn't concentrate on my class. Don't you like this subject?" "I don't think I have a knack for it." I made up a ridiculous excuse. "Spanish is very interesting. If you want, I can tutor you 2 times a week to help you improve. What do you think?" Yes! So my plan worked. Miss Lena immediately came to see me after hearing about the incident in my Spanish class. I happily told her that Mr. Mike was cool and even promised to tutor me. Oddly, she turned pale and stared into the distance as if she was thinking something. After a while, she stiffened. "I think it's better that you try to study this subject by yourself, Petty. You shouldn't be so close to a male teacher." Miss Lena's attitude was strange, but I didn't think much about it. Actually, I'm not bad at Spanish at all. I was just pretending. In our first tutor session, Mr. Mike asked me basic questions, and I breezed through them. Having realized my pretense, he gave me more advanced questions. While I was focusing on them, he suddenly leaned super close to me and pointed at my notebook. "You should do it like this." Oh, that was the first time I smelled the perfume on him. It was ecstatic. In our second tutor lesson, Mr. Mike said with a mysterious smile, "Today we're not studying at school. We'll go somewhere else." My teacher drove me to an art museum that displayed paintings and artifacts of Spain. He told me things about Spain and how Spanish history related to Americans. They were such interesting things that I had never heard before. What's more, the tutor session felt like a date. We had dinner together, then he took me home. Before saying goodbye, Mr. Mike suddenly looked at me for a long time. Then he slowly leaned closer and placed a kiss on my lips. My heart stopped. My face flushed like a tomato. It was my first kiss. "It's our secret. Nobody must know." Mr. Mike smiled and said while I nodded dumbly. From then on, we constantly chatted and went on secret dates. We were officially a couple. Meanwhile, at school, we acted like we weren't close. I played the role of a girl who sucked at Spanish, and Mr. Mike pretended to be strict with me. During class, we often secretly winked at each other. Oh, what a sweet feeling. And each time, Sam, who was sitting next to me, kept believing he was winking at her and smiled naively. Jesus Christ. She still did silly tricks from time to time to get close to Mr. Mike. It made me feel both pity and jealous. I was his girlfriend after all. Stop trying. He already has a fiancé. I lied so that she wouldn't approach my boyfriend anymore. What? Are you serious? That news definitely crushed Sam. She frantically looked up his personal page and searched for information about that fake fiancé but found nothing. She bawled her eyes out for several days. I felt so sorry for Sam, but I couldn't help it. I loved Mr. Mike. The strange thing was, Miss Lena continued to see me and kept asking, "Do you attend Mike's tutoring sessions, Petty?" "Not at all. I self-studied like you told me to." "Good. Remember that it's inappropriate to be too close to a male teacher. You're a girl after all, Petty. Of course, I ignored her advice. Mr. Mike and I still nurtured our secret love affair. But I gotta admit, our relationship wasn't perfect. Every time he and I were on a date, he often had unexpected phone calls. Mr. Mike always turned it off when his screen lit up. There were also times he had unexpected business that he decided to cancel our dates. Doubts and insecurities started rising in me, but Mr. Mike insisted that he only had his eyes on me. Until one day, before saying goodbye, he looked at me for a long time and said, "We need to stop seeing each other temporarily. People are suspecting our relationship." Then he hurriedly got in the car and left, leaving me speechless. What's going on? The next day, while I was listening to music during recess, Sam ran up to me with a teary face. "Petty, I'm sorry I didn't believe you. You're right. Mr. Mike has a fiancé. He's getting married." "What? Are you kidding me? That's impossible." I immediately went to the teacher's room, but he was nowhere to be found. He didn't even answer my call. It turns out he just took a long leave of absence. So what he said yesterday was a farewell? In so much agony, I ran to the rooftop to cry my eyes out. It was the first time in my life that I got brokenhearted. While I was crying, I also heard another miserable cry from somewhere. I followed that sound and... Miss Lena? Miss Lena was startled slightly. She stopped crying and looked up at me, her face full of tears. "It's sad that you see me like this, Petty. I've just been betrayed." "Betrayed? I thought you didn't have a boyfriend." "Actually, I was in a secret relationship with a teacher at our school, but I just found out that he had lied to me." I shuddered. Could it be? Is it Mr. Mike? Both of us were shocked to realize that we had been cheated by the same man. We hugged each other and cried louder. "Miss Lena, I'm sorry I didn't listen to your warning. I should have stayed away from Mr. Mike in the first place." Miss Lena was also a secret lover of that evil man. That's why she persuaded me against getting close to him, because she was jealous. Everything finally became clear. That evening after I came home, my dad suddenly told me, "Petty, we're going to the principal's house for dinner. His daughter is getting married and he wants to invite us to announce the big news. The groom is also a teacher at your school." Wow, the world is round indeed. Who could have known that Mr. Mike was going to be the principal's son-in-law? But I'm sure he would never have imagined that my family and the principal had such a tight relationship. Well, well, looks like tonight's dinner is going to be a great show.
Hey, I'm Lottie, 15 years old. I'm living with a single father and an older sister named Emmy. She is 2 years older than me, but gosh, you'll never see anyone more childish and clumsier than her. All the housework was taken care of by my dad and I. My sister did almost nothing. During the day, Emmy just laid around watching anime, her endless passion. Emmy is a real weeaboo. She is crazy about Japanese culture, but all her knowledge is limited to anime and manga. In addition, she often causes trouble for others. The scariest thing is that my sister always pretends to be cute and adds Japanese words to her daily communicado, like baka, niyan. What's worse, Emmy sometimes calls our dad Oni-chan. You know what it means? It means brother. Yikes. It gives me goosebumps, honestly. But somehow, our dad still endures her unusual habit. It's probably because my sister is physically weak. But instead of trying to improve her health, Emmy spends all day watching anime and hugging pillows that has handsome anime characters on them, while my dad and I have to go from cooking to cleaning the house. Emmy also put all her money into buying manga figures and products related to those movies. Every time I talked to Emmy about my friends in my school, I just wanted to go crazy because she would interrupt me and talk about the anime she was watching. Jesus, how could I understand such a thing? Gradually, I got bored and didn't bother to talk to her anymore. Once, when I was watching Rick and Morty, Emmy passed by and immediately mocked me. Ew, Lottie, I didn't expect your animation taste to be so vulgar and crude. Try the anime world, like One Piece, Demon Slayer, Black Clover, for example. Those are true masterpieces, honey. Ugh, I got so angry at her words. Look at yourself. You're a lazy ass who is obsessed with stupid anime characters. Hearing that, Emmy also got pissed off. We got into a big fight. She burst into tears and said, "If only I had a cute little sister, like Hinata in Naruto. I don't want a sister like you." Then she quit eating and locked herself in a room. Dad ended up having to take a day off work just to stay home and comfort my sister. So annoying. I don't think there's anyone as weird as her in the world. Things turned chaotic on the day Dad had to leave on a long business trip. Before leaving, he was very worried and told me to take good care of Emmy. What? How about me, Dad? I was bitter, and Dad just gently patted my head and smiled. I was extremely upset, but still had to agree. The day Dad left, Emmy cried as if she was about to be murdered. She even laid on the sofa to whine. I had to carry her to her room to rest. Geez, get a hold of yourself, Emmy. Those following days, when I still had to go to school, I also had to wake up early to prepare breakfast for Emmy. Then I cleaned the house and did laundry. I was indescribably stressed. Meanwhile, Emmy stayed at home day after day, lying in bed and watching anime. She didn't help me out at all. And she even criticized me for not cooking as well as my dad. Ugh! One day, I invited my friend over to my house. Each time I invited someone, I always carefully told her to hide her obsession with anime in front of them because I would be embarrassed if my friends saw her weirdness. But this time, as soon as I entered the house, I almost fainted at the sight of an unbelievable mess. In front of me, manga were piled up everywhere. Figures were filled in the bookcases and anime posters were plastered all over the walls. I stood there dumbfounded and didn't know how to explain it to my friend. At that moment, my sister came out, cosplaying as Sakura, the female lead in the hit anime, Naruto. As soon as she saw me, she immediately posed like that character, running towards me like a ninja, and she kept shouting a famous line in the movie, "I'm the best, Kanochi." God, she thought it was cool to do that. But my clumsy sister tripped. She fell on top of me, causing us to fall and rolled several times on the floor. My friend stood dumbfounded for a long time, then suddenly burst out laughing. That moment, I felt really, really miserable. The next day, my whole group of friends found out that my sister was a weeaboo. I was both embarrassed and angry at her. I hated it. I don't think there's anyone as weird as my sister in this world. For a few days, I still couldn't stop being angry and didn't bother to strike up a conversation with Emmy. I just quickly cooked, did housework, and then went out until late. It seems that she also felt guilty and kept trying to apologize to me, but I ignored her. It was like that until one day I got sick. I was so sick that I had to miss school. Still, staying at home for a few days couldn't help at all. When Emmy saw that, she panicked. She bought a lot of medicine and ordered a lot of food, but I couldn't swallow that cold and boring fast food. The house became messy and dirty because there was no one to clean it. It only made my fever worse. My sister panicked and called Dad for help, but the plane tickets were sold out, so he could not return immediately. Hearing that, Emmy couldn't help but cry while hugging her pillow. Seeing my sis so helpless and confused when she couldn't do anything on her own, I felt both pity and anger. I tried my best to get up to cook, but when I was trying to cook porridge, I got dizzy and I fell to my knees. My hands accidentally knocked over the cooking pot. At that moment, Emmy rushed over to hug me and shield me with her body. The pot of porridge spilled all over the floor. Some even splashed on us. But Emmy shielded me from it all. With a pathetic look, along with porridge all over her body, she apologized profusely while crying. "I'm sorry, Lottie. I'm so useless. You must really hate me." Suddenly, at that moment, I felt very touched and sympathetic to her. My voice was hoarse with fever, but I still managed to whisper a classic line from her favorite anime, Naruto. When people are protecting something truly special to them, they can truly become as strong as they can be. When she heard that, Emmy looked up at me with surprise and joy. With extraordinary strength, she carried me on her shoulders and carried me to the bed. Then, from the bed, I saw Emmy calling Dad while rummaging through the refrigerator. Turns out, my sister was on FaceTime asking our dad to teach her how to cook. She's so cute sometimes. The first dish she cooked, well, I didn't even know what it was. It tasted horrible, but somehow I still found it better than the ones she ordered. After I finished eating, she continued to FaceTime our dad while learning how to do housework. With that, I was able to rest well. Gradually, the dishes she cooked became more and more delicious. After 1 week, I was completely healthy again under the care of my sister. When our dad returned from the business trip, Emmy seemed to have turned into a completely different person, a resourceful and neat girl. Both Dad and I were very happy about it. Well, of course, Emmy still has a strong passion for anime, and her strange habits continued. Only this time, she doesn't criticize me when I watch non-anime cartoons. One day, Emmy asked me, "Hey, Lottie, I was surprised by the quote you said that day. Don't you hate anime?" I just smiled. She didn't know that I secretly watched Naruto so I could understand and have more topics to talk about with her. But I just pretended to be clueless. What did I say? I don't remember. Emmy and I laughed together. Yes, I still think that there is no one in the world as weird as my sister. But either way, Dad and I love her so very much. Oh, I'll love you too if you guys drop a like for this story and subscribe to the channel, because maybe me and Miss Weeaboo will be back with another story.
During my birthday party, someone picked up my sister Ellie and complimented on her adorableness. My parents were delighted. Thank you. I am so blessed with both of my beautiful girls. Oh, is that girl yours too? How dare they not notice me? I should have been the star tonight. I climbed onto the table, pushed the birthday cake aside, then flaunted my enchanting dance moves. However, everyone cheered loudly while only looking at my sister. Ellie is so cute. Cute? What? She got no moves. Come on, everyone, look at me. Suddenly, I tripped and fell on the huge pile of gift boxes, and my parents had to stop the party immediately to rescue me. Booyah! I'm Evelyn, a girl who had always been overshadowed by Ellie, her perfect sister who was 1 year older. From a young age, Ellie had been blessed with outstanding looks and achievements. I usually avoided her in public so I wouldn't get compared. One time, I actively registered myself in a school mathematics contest, and the prize was an electronic dictionary, which I would die for. To win it, I stayed up 3 nights straight studying, but all of a sudden my sister decided she would participate in the contest too. It frightened me out of my wits. Soon the competition took place, and we both entered the final round. When it was my turn, I answered confidently, 12.4375. Suddenly from behind me came a small voice. It's 13. The teacher heard that and turned to Ellie. What's your answer? She hesitated. Gosh, don't do it, Ellie. It would put us both in a really awkward situation. But then she said it aloud. 13.4375. And that was the correct answer. Everyone clapped loudly for her, but as for me, I was so embarrassed that I quickly fled from there, while tears welled up in my eyes. And of course, I tripped like every girl in a WOA animated story universe would do. That night I went home in tears. More shockingly, my mom informed me that she and Dad no longer see eye to eye, so they would live separately. I would go with my mom. Before I could wrap my head around the situation, my mom dragged me out of the house right that night. Since then, I barely saw my dad and Ellie. It was harsh, but also relieving in a way. After the mathematics contest, I didn't want to talk to her anymore. Soon after, my mom and I moved to New Jersey. When I turned into a teenager, I got into Ward Law, Hartridge High. There, I became famous and became the #1 candidate for the student council president. One day, when I was waiting for the school bus, suddenly a nervous-looking guy holding a map in his hand approached me. "Do you know where Wardlaw Hartridge High is?" I enthusiastically showed him the way. Suddenly, someone ran quickly behind me. Sensing something wrong, I checked my bag and found that the man had stolen from me. Oh no, my purse! I was about to chase him when suddenly the guy who asked for directions took my Gucci bag and ran in the opposite direction. I helplessly screamed for help. Unbelievably, another robber about my age appeared and snatched the bag from that guy. I immediately shouted, "Help me! There's a robbery!" That third robber suddenly walked to me with my bag in his hand. Did he want to extort me? I angrily punched that jerk and sent him flying to the ground. A strange book fell from him. The boy hurriedly picked up the book and whimpered weakly, "I only wanted to give it back to you." Embarrassed, I helped him up. When I learned that he's William, I felt even more guilty and horrified because he's the new student at my school. To thank him and to apologize properly, I gave him a tour around the school and also my phone number. As we talked, I realized that William was pretty cute, and he was actually easy on the eyes. Before I knew it, I had crushed on him. A week later, I was sitting in my classroom with my friends when suddenly the teacher came in and introduced a new student. "Hi everyone, this is our new student, Ellie." Wait, isn't that... OMG, Evelyn, you study here too? Everyone started whispering and complimenting on how beautiful Ellie was. Soon she became popular and appeared in the school forums. It was not a surprise either. Boys started flocking over her, but only William was indifferent and cared more about me. Once he took me to see a horror movie. While I screamed non-stop, he gently took my hand, and surprisingly, he kissed me. "Don't be afraid, I'm here with you." Wow, I wish this kiss would last forever. The next day, William promised to join me at an auction for lunch. My school was planning to hold a fundraising activity by selecting the 10 most popular girls at school to have lunch with the highest bidders. When the auction took place, I eagerly waited for my turn to go on stage, when suddenly, my phone rang. "Hey Evelyn, guess what? You've dropped to the 2nd place on the candidates list for the student council president role." "What? No way!" I opened my phone to check. I saw the one who just took my place was none other than Ellie. I was speechless. Right that moment, the principal called the 10 selected girls on the stage, but one was late. Well, whatever. At least most of them would bid for me, right? "One girl is missing. I'm here." Damn it! Ellie appeared with a beautiful dress. She made me so nervous. The auction started. When it was Ellie's turn, the boys became extremely competitive. $10, $20. Suddenly, William stood up and said, $100. His words were like a slap to my face. Wasn't it just yesterday that he and I were kissing? I nudged my sister's shoulder and grunted, "He's my crush. Don't you dare steal him. You're better off without him. I'll talk to you later." I angrily tugged at her cake basket, but she pulled away faster, causing me to fall to the ground. I was stunned when I saw my sister leaving with my crush. She was so horrible. After I fell face down on stage, everyone laughed at me and left. No one wanted to bid for me anymore. There was only one fatty who bidded me for $10 and was immediately accepted. However, he came up and snatched the cake basket in my hand. "I only want this. Thanks." Then he casually left me alone. In the blink of an eye, from the school's most popular, I became their laughingstock. Frustrated, I quickly ran away. I would never forgive those two. I ran across the canteen and saw the two of them chatting happily together. I rushed to William and asked, "What exactly are we to each other?" "Sorry, boo. I was just playing around." "I would tell everyone about your true face." "If you have proof, go ahead." With that, he coldly pushed me down and went away. Ellie hurriedly ran over, but I angrily threw the lunch on the table at her. "You're a lying attention seeker." With that, I left and blocked all of her communications, no matter how Ellie tried to explain. The next morning, I went to school with a broken heart. Suddenly, a student holding a stack of papers bumped into me. A piece of paper fell out, and I was surprised to see that there was a list of girls' types that William aimed to conquer. The student council president section had my name on it. There was even a detailed plan of how he arranged the robbery to get close to me. At that moment, suddenly I saw Ellie standing at a high building with a loudspeaker. William is a jerk. He's been adding girls to his girlfriend collection. Ellie tore through the pages in William's book and tossed them. Realizing that his treasured book was stolen, William furiously rushed to Ellie, but all of his victims rushed to catch him first. Ellie removed her sneakers and was ready to join the girls but stopped midway. Thinking for a bit, then handed them to me instead. Vent your anger on who deserves it. It turns out before the auction, Ellie overheard William talking to his pals about how he was about to finish his girlfriend collection book. Dating a student council president was what he had been aiming for. Therefore, he could easily replace me. After learning that I was only a pawn on his board, my sister decided to fake dating him to steal his collection book. It must be done quickly, and I didn't give her the chance to explain, so Ellie couldn't tell me the truth. Finally, I took her sneakers and gave William a lesson he would never forget. After dealing with that womanizer, we went to the rooftop to talk. Turns out, at the mathematics contest, the truth was that Ellie tried to whisper the correct answer to me, but got caught, so she had no choice but to answer in my place. She didn't mean to embarrass me. Now I finally have a chance to give you this. She took out the electronic dictionary and gave it to me. Ellie said she wanted to do it the very day she got it, but didn't have a chance to do that. Dad was so angry with Mom that he forbade her to find us. When my sister found out I also studied in this school, she was elated and decided to transfer right away. Gosh, I had allowed jealousy to blind me for so long. We both hugged each other tightly and our bond was once again mended.
One hot summer afternoon, I was riding on my horse while participating in an archery competition.
10 points! 10 points! 10 points!
Easy peasy. The audience cheered for me wildly. When I stepped out of the shooting area, Dean, my #1 opponent, passed by and pushed me on the shoulder. He whispered in my ear,
"Give up or you'll regret it."
"You're not the first coward who said that. Try me." Angry, he pushed me violently, then walked away. What an arrogant jerk. Hi, I'm Jessica, the only daughter of the famous archer Darryl Williams. He let me practice archery for children when I was still small. And during my first time participating in an official archery competition, I became a star with outstanding achievements. At that time, Dean was the defending champion and he was my worst opponent in many ways. He threatened me, probably out of fear that I would steal his championship. During the competition, we were arranged with 2 different horses. He and I fought tooth and nail and we both got perfect scores. The last round was shooting while avoiding obstacles. This time, Dean took the lead and I was close behind him.
Haha, loser!
His horse easily overcame the obstacles, but as I got closer, Dean suddenly pulled out a bag of rocks and threw it on the ground. Don't, watch out! Thankfully, I reacted quickly and guided my horse to steer clear of those rocks. I even managed to take the lead. However, without missing a beat, Dean released a snake toward us. Dove, my trusted horse, abruptly stopped running, causing me to fall to the ground and suffered serious injuries. As everyone started to stir in confusion, the doctors quickly took me out of the race while Dean's fans cheered excitedly. I was heavily traumatized by that event and even had to put my career on hold because of that trauma. After Dean shamelessly won another championship title, he even belittled me in many articles which only deepened my wound. A year later, I became a strong and determined 16-year-old girl. I transferred to a high school in the state of New Jersey. On my first day there, I was eager to join the school's archery club, so I went straight for it. But when I got to the training ground, I was shocked. On the field, there was only one boy sleeping carefully. He was Silas, the notorious billionaire's son. He was known as the most behaving delinquent in the school. God, there goes my dream of a bright future at the archery club. Dejectedly, I patted Silas' shoulder. Hey! Suddenly, he raised his hand and accidentally gave me a painful smack on the forehead. Ouch! What the?
Oh, who are you?
I'm here to join the archery club.
Don't try to steal my sleeping place.
He annoyedly swatted my hand away. Between the two of us, I was obviously the only one interested in archery, while Silas had never touched a bowstring in his lifetime. The reason he joined this club was because he wanted his own playground to laze around. Ignoring him, I went to practice on my own. However, unable to sleep with the noise of my training, Silas had tried various ways to kick me out of the club. One day, when I opened the door to the archery club, I was again shocked. Jesus! Silas and his friends were trashing my training ground. One of his friends was drawing graffiti on the wall, while someone else was running around wearing the archery flag. I shouted in anger, "Get out of here, you filthy animals!" They all stopped and looked at me. As if to enrage me even further, they burst out laughing. Silas came over and mockingly patted on my shoulder.
Chill out. Take a break from these silly arrows. Have fun with us.
Ugh, Silas and his friends were absolutely mega jerks. They even threw water balloons at the archery targets. I ran out trying to catch the balloons, 1 ball, 2 balls, then 1 ball slammed right into my head, making me drenched from head to toe. Ugh! Not stopping there, Silas' friends started shooting my bow at the targets but all missed. Silas snatched the bow from his friends and smirked.
Watch and learn.
Silas, stop! But it was too late. He released the arrow and it hit the fire hydrant. The water started pouring everywhere and quickly flooded the entire yard. Seeing that, Silas' groupies panicked and quickly ran away from there, trampling over my bow and arrows, mercilessly breaking them. No! You've destroyed my treasure! Suddenly, the school superintendent appeared and madly yelled at us.
You two, come to my office, now!
After we arrived at his office, Silas kept biting his fingernails while nervously mumbling.
Damn it, I might be expelled this time for real.
The superintendent stood up and sternly asked,
Who broke the fire hydrant?
Silas trembled. Feeling oddly pity for him, I pushed him aside. I did.
One more time and I'll disband your club. Got it? And you, Silas, if I have to drag you here once again, I'll expel you.
Both relieved and surprised, Silas took my arm.
Why did you cover for me?
'Cause everyone, even a jerk like you, deserves a second chance. This archery club is my second chance too. I'm starting over since I can't play professionally anymore. After hearing that, Silas remained strangely silent. The next afternoon, when I stopped by the training ground, everything changed completely. The spectator seats were freshly painted, the targets were replaced, and the training ground was pleasantly dry. In the corner, Silas was trying to fix the bow that was broken yesterday. Seeing me, he stood up and handed me a brand new bow.
While I fix your bow, you can use mine.
Yours?
Yep. And can you teach me archery? I don't want to be a pathetic delinquent anymore.
In the days that followed, we restored the archery club. I taught Silas how to shoot and we became gradually closer. Sometimes during practice, we even made eye contact and went shy. As the club got better day by day, we started having an incredible amount of applicants. It was so impressive that our school decided to invite the local archery champion to advise us. And of course, none other than Dean showed up. He took a distasteful glance at me, then spoke scornfully.
Whoa, who lets a loser manage this club?
I furiously pushed Dean away as he continued to sneer at me.
Know your place and stay where losers are, you fool. Watch it, she'll make you eat her dust the next time you come to our school.
Out of nowhere, Silas appeared and warned Dean. Dean just sniggered and left.
See you in a week, then.
Silas firmly grabbed my shoulder.
It's time to take your revenge and win over your fear, Jessica.
And so for the entire week, Silas supported me with all he had. Sometimes he brought me food and water, other times he enthusiastically cleaned my equipment and took care of me. A week later, as agreed, I entered the competing ground with Silas by my side. My hands were shaking nonstop and he held it to reassure me. Soon after, the organizer gave me a bow and some arrows. Sensing something wrong, I checked them carefully and discovered that the bow had a rather loose string. As expected of Dean, he had probably bribed the organizer. But this time, I won't let him get away with his dirty tricks anymore.
Miss Jessica Williams, please get into your position.
Dean smiled proudly at his successful bribe. However, he couldn't believe his eyes when I walked out with Silas' new bow. Yes, we reported the bow problem and Silas gave me his $3,000 bow. Knowing that his trick failed, Dean furiously climbed onto his horse. I kissed my horse and prayed, "Let's win together." At the beginning of the competition, we were evenly matched. Waiting for the right chance, I instructed my horse to leap ahead of Dean's. He lost his cool and shouted at his poor horse.
You useless animal! Hurry up!
The horse suddenly lost control and knocked his owner out of his place, causing Dean to fall painfully to the ground. By that time, I had scored beautifully. As the spectators started booing Dean, I turned around and jumped down to help him up, not forgetting to shoot the last arrow to finish the contest.
Why are you helping me?
Cause I know how it feels to go down and be laughed at. No one should go through that humiliation. With my convincing victory, Silas ran over and hugged me. In the end, Dean apologized to me for his foul play. More importantly, thanks to the competition, I healed my trauma. As for Silas, he asked me out soon after that, and we became a couple. Silas was surprisingly gifted with archery. Who knows? Maybe someday he'll surpass me.
While I was working at my family store, a kid excitedly ran in and accidentally knocked all the items on the shelf to the ground. Luckily, I caught him in time, and he was without a scratch. Are you alright, kiddo? Why do you put a rack here? I want to see the manager. Don't be unreasonable. You should have been more careful with your child. The kid's mom and I kept shouting back and forth. Thankfully, my dad came to the rescue. She scanned him from head to toe and sneered. Huh, a bunch of dirt poor losers. Learn to raise your child better. How dare you? She and I slapped each other until my dad separated us in panic. Jesus, I had heard many stories about Karens, but I never expected how stressful it was to actually deal with one. Hi, I'm Celine, 19 years old. I lived with my single dad ever since I could remember, and both of us had successfully saved up to open a small toy store. As you can see, one of our customers was a mean, middle-aged woman. She even insulted my dad, and there ain't no way I would let it slide. During that whole day, I noticed that my dad seemed very sad and hurt. It made me even more upset. I decided to vent all of my frustrations to Johnny, the most thoughtful boyfriend on earth. 30 minutes later, my doorbell rang. I opened the door to see my boyfriend holding a large bouquet of roses with a jewelry box. Cheer up, my princess. This is for you. Johnny opened the box, and there was a white gold Pandora bracelet inside. I kissed him on the cheek and gratefully took the bouquet from him. Thank you. I'm so happy for the bouquet, but you should keep the bracelet. Apart from being shy, the other reason was that I'm allergic to nickel and gold. Hearing that, sweet Johnny apologized profusely to me. Well, we had only been dating for 2 months, so of course there were many things we had yet to discover about each other. I had never met Johnny's family either. Celine, you want to cheer up your dad, right? Let's hit the mall this weekend and get him something he likes. I happily agreed to his wonderful idea. That weekend, Johnny took me to the most luxurious mall in the country. We did some shopping at Sephora, then entered a Louis Vuitton store. After choosing some clothes for my dad, I went to the checkout counter. When I was busy taking out my purse, someone suddenly snatched the clothes from my hand. I want something like this. I'm so sorry, ma'am. It's the last one. Then it must be mine. How shameless. I snatched the clothes from that woman and... God, she was the Karen I met at my toy store. In that case, I would fight her like my life depended on it. I was quicker than you, old hag. Better luck next time. It's you again? How can you pay for them? I sneered and confidently swiped my card. Who is the poor loser now? You brat. She angrily snatched the box of clothes from my hand, threw it to the ground, then immediately stepped on it. Ugh. We slapped each other again until Johnny appeared and pulled me out of the fight. Are you okay, Celine? Oh, Mom? Johnny? OMG. I couldn't believe my bad luck. That means the obnoxious Karen is my boyfriend's mother. When she saw her son, her attitude turned 180 degrees. Mom, this is Celine, my girlfriend. Celine, this is my mom, Catherine Martinez. She looked at me and faked enthusiasm. Nice to meet you, sweetie. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have someplace to be. She quickly walked past us and hit me on the shoulder. Since then, whenever we were in front of Johnny, Mrs. Martinez would act all loving and gentle to me, while secretly trying to pull multiple dirty tricks to tear her son and me apart. One time, Johnny asked me to hang out at Universal Studios Orlando. When we were playing a shooting game, I spotted Mrs. Martinez sneaking nearby, glancing menacingly at us. Seeing that, I kissed Johnny on the cheek to provoke her. In a heartbeat, she approached us, but this time she brought along a beautiful girl around my age. Oh, what a coincidence that I ran into you here, Sonny. I'm hanging out with Chloe, my bestie's daughter. Can you let us tag along? And just like that, we had to add 2 obnoxious third wheels to our date. When we arrived at the roller coaster, I entered the cabin first and waited for Johnny. Suddenly, Mrs. Martinez pushed him away and took his place. Mom, why are you sitting there? I want to get along with Celine, son. Nonsense. It was clear that she wanted to ruin my date. Johnny had no choice but to sit next to Chloe. During the game, Mrs. Martinez was the loudest, and I don't know if it was intentionally or not, that she smacked me in the face. Ugh. Not leaving me alone, she continued her troubles. She dragged everyone into the spooky tunnel and told me to get in first. When I sat down, the operator immediately closed the gate. Everyone was stuck outside, and I was the only one who had to play that stupid game. That old Karen had bribed the operator to force me to suffer through the haunted tunnel alone. What I saw there still occasionally pops up in my nightmare. Exhausted, I went with everyone to the water park next. Seeing Johnny alone at the pool, I was about to approach him when suddenly Mrs. Martinez tripped me, making me fall straight into the pool. You crazy old hag! Give up, brat. Don't get near my son. I angrily walked away. Suddenly, I found Chloe standing alone trying to get afloat when an indecent-looking man approached her. Babe, wanna have some fun with me? Go away. The two struggled back and forth until Chloe fell down. Seeing that, I ran over and gave the harasser a blow. Just you wait. Seeing Chloe crying, I tried to comfort her. Her tears drew everyone's attention, and suddenly, she pushed me away. Celine, why did you hit me? What, did she just slander me? Mrs. Martinez immediately seized the opportunity. See, she's a heartless beast. You shouldn't love someone like that, son. Seeing that, she protectively led Chloe away. You have to trust me, Johnny. I tried my best to explain everything to my boyfriend. Luckily, he listened and promised to take me to his mom and Chloe to clarify the truth. So the next evening, Johnny set up an appointment with everyone involved at his mansion. When I arrived, Chloe was nowhere to be seen, and only Mrs. Martinez sat on the dining chair with an annoyed expression. After assaulting others, you still dare to show up? Calm down, Mom. You should listen to her explanation. Poor people like her just want to take advantage of us, son. I stood up in anger and accidentally spilled the soup on me. Embarrassed, I quickly ran to the bathroom to wipe it off. As I passed Mrs. Martinez's room, I spotted Chloe picking up a gold antique jar and putting it inside her bag. I immediately approached her. Are you stealing from them? Suddenly, she screamed at the top of her lungs, then threw the jar at me. When everyone came to see what happened, Chloe pointed at me and screamed. She's a thief. I saw her steal the jar. I knew it. Only beggars like you resort to stealing. Before I could say anything, Johnny pulled me behind him. She's allergic to nickel and gold. Johnny looked so cool when he stood up for me. I went over and picked up the jar. As my skin came in contact with the golden surface, it immediately reddened. When Chloe saw that, her face turned blue. She was about to flee, but I had pulled her back. From her pocket, the Pandora bracelet that Johnny bought me fell out. Mrs. Martinez, I may be poor, but I am certainly no thief. She was too embarrassed to look at me. Johnny immediately informed the police, and Chloe had to plead guilty to her theft. After that day, Johnny's mom deeply regretted her action and apologized to me for all of her countless disrespectful insults. After that, we both stayed at peace with each other. My relationship with his family was gradually getting better, and they even invited my dad over to their place. Everyone was cheerful because my dad even brought Johnny's brother his favorite toy.